Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Kbreezy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys everything about the new Call of Duty game that's going to be coming out later this year in 2019. Be sure to stay until the end of today's video, because there's tons of juicy info that I'm sure you wouldn't want to miss out on. And real quick, I hope those of you that are on vacation are having an amazing time. I know that most of you watching this should be out of school by now, and I myself just came back from vacation, but I'm super happy to be back with you guys. Anyways, let's get back to what you guys came for and talk about the new Call of Duty game that's going to be coming out later this year, and it's simply going to be called Modern Warfare. The reason behind this is the game is going to be a soft reboot to the Modern Warfare series, so the developers can rework the story from the ground up, and in this game you're going to be actually playing as Captain Price instead of Soap McTavish, sorry if I mispronounced that, like in the earlier Call of Duty games. The environment of the game is also going to be much more nitty gritty and realistic in order to throw things back to the core values of Call of Duty that many fans have been asking for. Now for me, this is amazing news because the whole futuristic type theme that we've been playing lately has kind of lost its luster and wasn't what I started playing Call of Duty for. I'm glad to see that they're starting to transition out of that phase and returning to their roots in order to give the fans what they really want to see. Now that we've gotten the base of what we should be expecting for this game out of the way, let's see what all is going to be included at launch, and whether this is due to the insane amount of backlash that Black Ops 4 received, or maybe a change in management. Call of Duty Modern Warfare will indeed have a full playable campaign that we've seen in the past. Honestly, this is amazing news for me because I always look forward to the campaign when I start playing one of these games, and it really helps me like the multiplayer maps and gives me a bit more background as to why we're fighting. And the other two modes that we're going to be having at launch are multiplayer per expectation. I mean, we haven't had a Call of Duty game without multiplayer, and the return of another controversial fan favorite, which is going to be co-op. In my own opinion, this mode was kind of a hit or miss. I mean, everyone that I talked to either had a blast playing it with your friends, or they thought it was pretty pointless and that it should be removed from the game. I've got to say myself, I really enjoyed it a lot, especially MW4, grinding with my friends to develop new strategies and try to see who can get to the highest round. I remember one strategy was staying on the car in that one map, you know what I'm talking about, where you couldn't get hit using that glitch. That was pretty fun. And just one of the memories that I made playing Call of Duty with my friends. But real quick, I'm going to go more in depth for each mode, starting with the campaign, because this time around, you're going to be playing on both sides of the war. It's been confirmed by the people working over there at Infinity Ward that Arab soldiers and rebel fighters will be playable in the campaign, which is definitely going to be an interesting experience. Like I mentioned earlier, fan favorite Captain Price is going to be making a return in the campaign, but it is highly likely that we'll also find some familiar faces making a comeback when the full game is released within these coming months. Now for me personally, I would love to see Soap, or maybe even Ghost from MW2 make a return, because they're some of the most memorable characters from the Call of Duty series in my own opinion. But the story within the campaign has been hinted to contain many scenarios where the player will have to make choices that teeter on the line of what is right and what is wrong in warfare. It really plans on grasping the player base emotionally and pushing them to make those type of decisions that you never would think you'd make in a Call of Duty game. One last note that developers had to make about the campaign is, for the first time in the Call of Duty franchise, weapon progression will be shared between multiplayer, campaign, and co-op in order to provide a more unified experience. This idea is something new that they're going to be trying out this year, and if it works well, then I'm sure that we're going to be seeing it included in the next game for the Call of Duty cycle. Moving on to multiplayer, not too much is known except that Crossplay is confirmed to be available at launch. That means for the first time in Call of Duty history, you'll be able to join up on your friends playing on PC, Xbox, or PlayStation, no matter what console you initially play on. It's something that I've been dreaming about ever since I first started playing Call of Duty. It was console locked out of being able to play with my friends. I'm just glad that they finally listened to us and lifted the barrier so that we can enjoy the game to the fullest extent. Another thing that is central to the multiplayer that they're going to be doing this year around is that there's going to be no season pass, and they promise post-launch maps to be free, though they did not specify whether this meant all post-launch maps or only select ones like Cargo, which they generally include for free, you know, kind of like Nuketown in the Treyarch games, Cargo in the more Infinity Ward type games. You know what the general thing is for the free map. Either way though, no paid for DLC sounds good for me if we're still going to be getting those maps that we would initially have to pay for. And I'm really interested to see what tactics they're going to employ in order to pick up that lost revenue, because as we all know, they make millions in people that buy season passes and DLC. One more thing that Infinity Ward noted is that the game will have no specialists like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, etc., but instead operators. These operators will have no special abilities, kind of like in Modern Warfare 2, but they'll have their own personal cosmetics, backstory, voice lines, etc. Like I mentioned earlier, Call of Duty as a franchise is really trying hard to return to its roots with this game, and it's really trying hard to provide that nostalgic feel that we got playing the older Modern Warfare games, or just Call of Duty, say 5 or 6 years back in general. Oh, and I nearly forgot, this year around multiplayer will be able to support up to 20 players, so we may just be seeing the return of fan favorite modes like Ground War from Call of Duty 4, or maybe even War from Call of Duty World War II, which was only a couple years back. I'm always looking forward to see what each Call of Duty game is going to be doing for multiplayer, and I really like the ideas that Infinity Ward is tossing around with this year's title. And for the final mode that we have is co-op, which is kind of vague in its description, and I'm just going to go ahead and read it aloud and let you decipher for yourself what it truly means. Squad up and play cooperatively in a collection of elite operations available to all skill levels. Now I'm really curious to see if this is going to be similar to Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, where we can only do a certain mission that will give us an objective and maybe time us, or are we going to see return to the co-op that we had in MW4 and Ghost, where we could work together in a squad of 4 and work together to try and reach the highest wave possible before we were defeated by the enemy bots. For all we know, it truly could be a combination of both, because like I said earlier, they were not too specific on what this mode would entail, but they did say more details will be revealed closer to launch. Also, all the progression made in co-op will be shared between multiplayer and campaign, giving you more of an incentive to play this mode, and meaning that everything that you do in co-op with friends will carry over to the other game modes available at launch. And in order to hush any suspicions or rumor, Infinity Ward went ahead and announced that zombies will not be making a comeback in this year's title, though they did not give reason as to why. Personally, I feel as though once they started putting zombies in every yearly release, that it lost its hype, and kind of gave people less reasons to go back and play the older Call of Duty games. I mean, it's one of the main reasons I was still playing Black Ops 2, even though I had Ghost at launch, because I wanted to go back and get that unique zombies experience. Another thing are the mods that people have for zombies like World at War and Black Ops 3, because the community at this point is more than capable enough to make their own custom zombies map in order to keep themselves entertained. For the final couple bits of information that we have are the different versions of Call of Duty Modern Warfare that are going to be available for purchase at this current moment. First up, we have the Standard Edition for $60, and if you buy it digitally, you'll have the base game, a custom in-game knife, and one prestige token to use in Black Ops 4. The Operator Edition for $80 includes everything that I mentioned earlier, but also 3 operator packs that are going to be exclusively available for those that purchase this model at launch. And for what I can see, this doesn't really give you any in-game advantage, and it only provides additional cosmetics for your character. Next up is the Operator Enhanced Edition for $100, which includes everything mentioned before, but an additional 3,000 Call of Duty points, which can be used to make in-game purchases. And for the Mac Daddy of them all, we have the Precision Edition, which is a physical bundle and is only available in specific regions, as well as there only being a certain quantity available for purchase. This bundle comes with everything contained in the Operator Enhanced Edition, but includes the calling card support veterans, a steelbook cover, Modern Warfare control freaks, as well as a cover for your controller. Now this is definitely the best bundle that gives you the most bang for your buck, so if you plan on going all out and want the total Modern Warfare experience at launch, this is definitely the bundle that you should be investing in. And that, guys, is everything that we know about the new Call of Duty game that we will be getting on October 25th of 2019. I'm really excited for this Call of Duty, even though I'm pretty sure that I've said that every year Call of Duty's come out. Even titles in the series that everyone claims to hate, like Ghost, I found some way to make a comeback to them and just enjoy them for what they are. But with this game, I have some really high hopes. I'm looking forward to see how the community responds when this game fully releases and is available for immediate purchase to the public. Promises of crossplay and no DLC make me want to believe that Call of Duty as a franchise really wants to work hard to change how the gaming community views them, and dissipate the idea that the developers of Call of Duty are money hungry and don't care about the fans. And I'm not saying this statement is true, but I do have to note that Black Ops 4 had all major forms of microtransactions available for purchase. I mean, we had supply drops, a battle pass, paid DLC contents for maps, and weapon variants for purchase that did push many people away from the series and made them lose hope for the better. But this new installment for the Call of Duty series is drawing back many of the older players from the franchise due to the throwback to the series' roots and the nitty-gritty narrative that many players have been asking for. Being able to combine the aspects of a realistic military shooter and an action movie at the same time is what Call of Duty is known for. And with each entry in the series, they continue to implement new ideas in order to push the boundaries and set the bar for the best first-person shooter game on the market. That isn't to say the game isn't going to have any competition though, because long-time rival Battlefield, returning favorites such as Borderlands 3, and the almighty king that is Fortnite Battle Royale has now become a threat to the success that the game can have at launch. But all we can do now is wait and hope for the best, because I truly haven't been this excited for a Call of Duty game since the launch of MW4 and Black Ops 2. But that's all for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It truly does mean a lot to me. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and leaving a like on the video to show your support, because that really helps me out and lets me know what kind of videos that you guys like to watch. Feel free to let me know down below how you feel about this year's installment in the Call of Duty franchise, or your favorite Call of Duty game thus far. And if you really want to see me cover a game or topic, Be sure to let me know down below, because I really do enjoy reading each and every one of the comments, and it helps me to come up with some really great video ideas. One last thing here before I go is be sure to check out some of my other videos on the channel if you enjoyed this one, and feel free to watch the rest of the gameplay, because it's been a while since I last hopped on the sticks to play Call of Duty, but I managed to drop somewhere around a 40 kill game. And thank you again so much for watching, and as always, it's your boy KB, signing off. Peace.